Google Forms, settings, options. All right, I'm in my Google form here for our level 2 selected responses, and I'm going to go over here to the gear because that's where the settings are. And when we're in the gear, notice that there is the general, presentation, and quizzes sections of this. So you need to be aware of what's in here. Of course, I'm going to go through it, but you want to go through it on your own too as you set up any form. So the first section here in general is, do I want to collect email addresses or not? I do in this case because I actually turned it into a quiz. We'll talk more about that in a minute. It also says requires sign-in. Do I want to only restrict it to Grossmont Union High School District, or do I want to leave that open? In this case, I want to leave it open in case we have people that are coming from outside the district. This would be in the case of, like, if you were sending a form out to parents, make sure that you uncheck that box. Limit to one response. Since it's a quiz that I want people to retake multiple times to perfect their answer, I'm going to check off of that box. If it's for voting or something like that where I only want one response, then I would keep it as one response and check that box. Respondents can they edit after submit? That means, what if we're taking a quiz in class, not a quiz, but just answering or submitting to a form, and I run out of time? Do I want my students to be able to go back and continue that form, or do I want them to be able to change their answers after they've thought about it for a little while? You would want to click on that, and that would send them an email to make sure that they could resubmit or continue editing their form. And then down here, see summary charts and text responses. That's being able to see what other people put into the form. That's something you want to check or uncheck. Going back up here, presentation style. Do we want to have a progress bar if we have multiple pages so that people know how long it's going to take to finish this Google form? Shuffle question order. That would be, again, when we're doing some form of a quiz. Show link to submit another response. What if I want them to be able to go back in and submit multiple responses? And then you can always put a little message in here. You're finished, or thank you for filling this out. So those are options. And then quizzes, this is where you can make or turn your form into an actual quiz that will self-grade if you're doing multiple choice or some specific selected response type of questions. This releases the grade immediately, so that means I want it to be emailed to the people so they can see their results, and they can see, as you can see here, I've checked off, I've checked missed questions, correct answers, point values, so that whoever's receiving back this quiz knows and is informed of and not left in the dark as to what they missed or what the correct answers were. So those are the settings. Again, general, presentation, and quizzes. There's a lot in there, so make sure as you're creating a form that you're checking to make sure that you are selecting what you want correctly in the settings.